Go ahead, Chandler.
There's been a lot going on. IBM is bringing 350 tech jobs here to the province. We're in Nova Scotia, Canada. The tech industry is exploding here right now. So people often are asking, well, what are some indicators in terms of what the market is going to do in the year coming, tomorrow? I mean, those are 350 well-paying jobs just from one company coming into the province. And with that comes families and extended families and other like opportunities and jobs around that setup, right? So that's going to be great to the economy.
Yeah. That's North America wide too that you're seeing this is a migration of west to east for not just people but also the tech jobs. And the idea was that the western portion of North America is more expensive than the eastern, but you're also getting a lot of educated, smart individuals that have potential on the East Coast, and so they can come here and probably pay a reduced cost of living wage.
Well,
which is kind of their objective, but slowly changing.
It is slowly changing,
but it's also with the internet, it's becoming less and less crucial necessarily to be in the heart of LA or in the heart of California to be a part of a tech company and part of something like that.
Yeah, IBM's not a small operation, obviously. But it's interesting you mentioned cost of living. A study came out that I found really interesting. They looked at what $200,000 would be effectively after tax, and they went across the country. So they took $200K and they said, well, after you pay all of your average taxes in these different regions, what are you left with? The territories, Alberta and BC, were the highest when you were left with between $135 and $141K, which is already a little depressing, man. That means you're given, best case scenario, you're given 59 to 65 to the government. Quebec was the lowest take home at $122K. So if you made $200K in Quebec after you paid all your taxes, you were left with $122. And good old Nova Scotia, we were the second lowest at $124,000. So we like to think that we are an affordable place to live. Now, between housing prices going up and the fact that we're taxed higher than other areas, according to this metric, our actual take-home money is second to lowest in the country. So that's always nice
again. What that would boil into, like an extra $20,000 on your yearly take-home is an extra $1,500 a month. $1,500 a month is a mortgage of $300,000. So it'd be the equivalent of you living.
Math's good.
Equivalently, living somewhere else where if you have a $400,000 house here, you'd have a $700,000 house there.
Yeah.
So just things to consider, and that's like obviously I'm still a big person of saying live on the east, and there's lots of amazing things in Atlantic Canada. But I think more so our objective with kind of saying that is something to review for the governments maybe to look at now that their tax revenues. They were very excited to come out and say yesterday that they balanced the budget and they found an extra $1 billion. They didn't find an extra $1 billion. There's an extra $1 billion in tax revenue based on all the new people and all the transactions. So but they're painting it as it's amazing fiscal spending control and monetary policy that allowed that to take place. They didn't change anything. They've only been in for like 4 weeks.
Yeah, we got to get a little shout out to Premier Neal, who I was a big fan of, mainly because of his fiscal conservative nature. That was my favorite thing about Premier Neal. It's why I continually voted for him. So the Conservatives inherited a nice situation there, and the economy rebounded much better than people were expecting. I got that news, that alert, as I was driving towards the bridge that had a notification that's like, reminder, tolls are increasing. I'm like, man, tire usership continues to go up in price, even though they're making more money than ever before.
When I was broke, I had rich habits. When I was broke, I had rich habits.